So today I'm going to be taking a look at some battles in the Go Battle League, everyone, with the OG Frog Pokemon, Venusaur. So Venusaur is a pretty decent Pokemon. It's decently bulky, hits pretty hard, and it's nothing about a lot you can say about it except it being pretty decent. So today I'm pairing up with Charizard and Aggron. So let's take a look at what will happen. So if everything goes right, just click play. Boom. All right. We should be starting right now. So when I get to Gyarados, pretty decent matchup for us, right? We will be doing neutral damage with Frenzy Plant, and you will be doing visitor damage with the Aqua Tail. So we get the first shield from them with the Frenzy Plant, and I think we let this go through. We can tank one crunch, no problem. So what we have to look at here is Outrage, but that was too quick, right? And we gotta go for another Frenzy Plant. We can, and let's see, going for a great and excellent right there, and we get the second shield. We did great, right? Now unfortunately we cannot get to that third Frenzy Plant, right? So we have to go in Aggron. We're gonna shield this first one here. This first Aqua Tail, and I'm gonna let this second Aqua Tail go through. Aggron's decently bulky, so we can tank an Aqua Tail, no problem. And we're gonna farm this guy down for energy. And here I made a mistake here. They brought an Earthling with counter. I should have swapped immediately. And another mistake that I made here, I fired off this blast one. There's no shield. That means this will do a lot of damage to that Muk. Yep, decent a lot. And I thought I could tank a Thunder Punch, which I can, but it brought me extreme decently low. So I could have farmed it down, but now I have to fire off this Dragon Claw because it will outpace me, right? So down that thing goes. So I thought I should have shielded that up. We're gonna fire out the Stone Edge there, and this won't KO an Earthling. Leave it a bit of sliver, and the counter should KO me right there. So I made a little bit of a mistake there by. So let me pause the video here. I made a little mistake there by not managing my shield pretty well. I still have one last shield there. I should have just shielded that Charizard up from that Thunder Punch, knowing that I could absolutely take that W there. And yeah, I should have just swapped right away from the Earthling with counter. So yeah, moving on to the next battle here, everyone. We have a Venusaur into a Gengar. Pretty terrible matchup for us here. We have to battle right in. Not that bad, but it's pretty terrible. It will resist all of our moves. So we're gonna battle immediately to Charizard. We're gonna go for a Blast Wind Shield with Dragon Claw, and I just had to shield this Shadow Punch here to preserve the health just a bit on my Charizard. And yep, it is a back-to-back Shadow Punch, so pretty decent shield there. Now we're gonna fire up that Dragon Claw to get maybe to get a shield, or maybe just to KO it. This Gengar is fairly glassy, everyone. We do get the shield here, and we're just gonna go for another Dragon Claw because I know I cannot farm this guy down because Shadow Claw will just outpace me, right? So down goes that Gengar. We were able to win such advantage, and out comes the Charizard. That's great. So we were able to bring that Charizard away from our Venusaur, and we can bring Aggron in after my Charizard does go down. And they also fire out Charizard. That's an error on their side there. They should have just farmed me down, right? Boom. Down goes the Charizard, and out comes the Aggron, and we'll just devastate this thing. And out comes an Executor, which is pretty bad. And I swapped to Venusaur. I don't know why. I just wanted to get that last shield there on their end, because, well, I just want that thing to get out of the way because it won't be that much of a threat, you know. And encounter Psychic, that should KO, but we have a Heavy Slam or Stone Edge ready to go on my Aggron, and that Charizard can be handled with one or two Smackdowns left, right? And boom, yep, down goes, and that's gonna be a good game. Moving on to the next battle here, everyone. Woo! And we're right up against a Darmanitan, another terrible lead on our side. That's definitely terrifying to see a Darmanitan, especially with Incinerate. And they swap into Tangrowth. I know perfectly why this guy has Tangrowth, because it has Rock Slide. And we're gonna first fire off Blast Burns, get shields maybe, and let's try to get another one. Nope, I think I just had the shield. Yep, I do. I'm trying to get at least 2 shields or just win switch advantage, right? So let's see. Excellent, and we do get the second shield, which is great. And I cannot get to another rock. I cannot get to a Dragon Claw in time, so I have to let my Charizard go down. What's great about this, we can farm down with Venusaur. Just look. We can tank a few Rock Slides or Power Whips. We can tank them no problem. I don't think it can learn any other moves. That's good. Probably all Tango should run Power Whip and Rock Slide. So down goes that Tango. We have a lot of energy. We can fire our Sludge Bomb to that Darmanitan Tango. Incinerate. They did snuck in a little fast move there, but it's fine. And now we're gonna switch to my Aggron immediately and just try and take it out. We do not need to shield anything, and it is actually a Rock Slide, so that's great. And the last Pokemon to give me another Executor. Oh wow, there's a lot of Executors today here. We're gonna fire that Heavy Slam. This should get the win here, because Executor's really squishy, especially with Shadow. Oh, one more Smackdown, and there we go. That's gonna be another good game. So moving on to the next battle, everyone. And let's take a look at what we have. So Venusaur up against a. Let's take a look. A Gallade. Alright, Gallade, decent matchup there, but not the best. So, and remember we can add first. That's terrifying, because now we're gonna go for the Blast Burn and hope that we can land this Blast Burn, and which we did land it. That we love to see it. That nearly, like what, for a few more one shots. So I'm gonna shield this, and Thunder Punch does come through. We can't tank that anymore. And out comes a Gyarados, a Shadow Gyarados to be precise, which is insanely deadly here. So we're gonna have to fire off this Dragon Claw. We did get the shield. Now we have to bring in the Venusaur, because we have to keep that thing away from Aggron as possible, right? So we don't need to shield this Aqua Tail or whatever. Yep. And they swap into Gallade. I swapped it immediately into my Aggron, because we can tank a Leaf Blade, but we have to look out for that close combat, and we will be resisting confusion, right? So close combat is absolutely going to be a threat here. And I decided to shield. I'm scared of a close combat landing, but that's only going to be a Leaf Blade. I should have counted a bit of the fast move. I rarely count fast moves here, everyone. That's a habit I should get going to, counting fast moves. So yeah, that Heavy Slam did land. That gave me the advantage I needed, but that thing still had that. But the Gyarados still has a lot of loaded energy, right? And we have to go for back-to-back Frenzy Plants, basically. Man, we get the first shield, and we can, but we got that Frenzy Plant, but we lost to a CMP tie there. So that was really close there. If I maybe managed my energy a bit more better. So yeah, good games to my opponent. Moving on to the next battle here. Remember against a Cloyster. Cloyster, pretty decent match, right? We will be doing super effective damage, and Ice-Shard will be doing super effective damage back to us. But I think we're in a better position because we have Frenzy Plant and we'll be able to spam them pretty decent rate. And I'm gonna shield whatever this is. I've never met up against a Cloyster before, and it is gonna be an Icy Beam. That will be doing big damage back to us, right? So they swapped in a Charizard with Dragon Breath here. So I swapped into my Aggron, absolutely destroyed it. And this is I made a bit of a little mistakey wakey here. I should have just shielded that over here, but Aggron clutched it and tanked it, which is awesome. And out comes a Sceptile. We're just gonna fire off the Stone Edge. There's no way he's gonna shield. There's no way he's gonna let this go through. It's gonna do it lands, and it did massive damage at it. So we're gonna bring in Charizard, of course, and destroy this thing with 2 Fire Spins. I don't need a shield, despite it having, I don't know what move it has. So it does have Dragon Claw. Alright. And then out comes that Cloyster at the back. So what I have to do here is let this Icy Wind go through. You have to save that shield up for my Venusaur. And we're gonna fire out this Blast Burn. This will be getting that last shield, or else he'll lose. And boom, last shield. We swap immediately to my Venusaur. It does have a Frenzy Plant ready to go here, and just fire it off immediately and taking the W. And that's gonna be another good games to my opponent. Moving on to the next battle here, and okay, we're met up against a, let's see here, A Pyro. Definitely a terrible matchup on our side here. We get bailed right away to my Charizard. And they bailed out into a... what? Golem. Okay. We can fire up this Dragon Claws. We don't need to fire up Blast Burn. It is pretty squishy here. And it did take us out before we can get to another one. So this is another mistake that I made here during this. I was still getting used to it. This is my first run with this team. So I was still getting used to it. Right, Stone Edge lands. I should have shielded that, and I tried to farm this thing down. Oh my god, that was risky, and it ended up taking me out. So that was really unfortunate there. I went out with a lot of energy on that thing here, and they brought in Pyro. I don't know why. Maybe they thought they can. Maybe they forgot that this thing is a steel rock type, and they fired an overheat. So let's take a look. Maybe something at the back will be weak to my Aggron. And it is going to be an Espeon, which is absolutely great for us. And now we can fire up this Heavy Slam. Shield, definitely shield this. Yep, we do get that shield, but we're almost at another Heavy Slam. And we're just going to fire up the Stone Edge. We don't have to worry about that Espeon anymore. And Stone Edge will, yep, down it goes. And that's going to be another good battle. So I think that's it. This was the beginning. So let's just take a look at it. It's really good. But it is a lot of... it is pricey, so let's just go with the difficulty and the accessibility. So for the difficulty, I think it's a solid 3 for me. It's really hard to get used to, everyone. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm unfamiliar with that. I rarely use grass type on my team. I think the only grass type I used was a Shiftry in the Great League. I also used a Bulbasaur in the Little Cup, but the Little Cup's probably not coming back for a long time, so yeah. And also because Charizard and Aggron I'm really familiar with, but putting those two together I think is a bit hard for me to just get used to, you know. So for the accessibility, I think I'll give it a 4 because of the movesets of Charizard and Venusaur. Being Frenzy Plant and Blast Burn is absolutely necessary to make it more to optimize it even better. Okay, so I'm not running Dragon Breath on this one, mainly because I'm not wasting 2 elite TMs for this, right? So yeah, the Frenzy Plant, and Blast Burn on Venusaur and Charizard is absolutely necessary to optimize it even more. You can have Overheat, you can have Sludge Bomb, Petal Blizzard. It's up to you, but Frenzy Plant and Blast Burn is definitely the ideal moveset you want, right? And the thing, and Aeron's now is, I think it's pretty rare actually. I rarely see Aeron in my country right now, but maybe you can get Aeron from the magnetic lure if a Pokestop is near you and you can reach it. So I think 4 is a pretty good one, even though Aeron to Aggron secondary charge move not that pricey. So that is gonna be it for today's video, everyone. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe and turn on notification, and I will be seeing you guys all on my next video, everybody. Peace out.